I bet you're wondering how we got here. Well, we're going to find out in this review of the NECA Ultimate M3gan action figure. Let's jump into it. Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, How You Figure. I'm Justin, and in this video, we're taking a look at the Ultimate M3gan from NECA. Really impressed with the box art here. Some of these figures I collect in box, so I always like to see a lot of care into the box, and NECA always does it. Here's the people that have worked on this project. Pause that if you want to look at that. But we can kind of see everything the figure comes with, kind of look at the different angles of the box here, kind of open it up, and you can kind of see the presentation right here. Really solid. Kind of shows you everything you're going to get with this. 3 interchangeable head sculpts, you guys. 3 interchangeable head sculpts for this. Get a number of accessories, get a number of interchangeable hands. And I'm excited to take a look at this figure. I've been excited to get this one. If you haven't seen the movie M3gan, it is a very fun movie from Blumhouse and Universal Pictures. And here it is right out of the box. Here's M3gan. You know, this is when she's your friend. This is when she's really your friend and she's there for you. And things get crazy. And they're going to get crazy in this review because the different sculpts, the different styles that you can have this figure look is amazing. But I wanted to show this right out of the box, what you can get. And it just looks really good so far. The outfit really stands out. The paint applications on this thing are fantastic, in my opinion. I'm really impressed with it. Again, it's M3gan. It's a doll. So it's a smaller figure, but it scales really nicely, and it just looks really good. You can kind of see the paint applications on the face here. We're going to take a little bit more of a zoomed in look. Now, you do get a little bit of the chipping here on the hair sculpt. You can kind of see that on the left side of her face there, but the hair's really solid too. Again, for a $35 figure, this is something that NECA does really well. They give you probably the best bang for your buck in terms of quality for price ratio for head sculpts and stuff like that. So the lightness is really good. You can see the different sculpting of the hair here. Again, it is a hunk of plastic at the end of the day, but they really did a good job defining it and making it look good. Here's the second sculpt. This sculpt is probably the strongest of the ones we're going to look at today. Not my favorite, but in terms of like the lightness and the different things like that, I wanted to try to give you a little bit zoomed in picture here, and you can kind of see this is I like to call this the crying sculpt here. You can kind of see the tears kind of running down the eyes a little bit there, the sad face, just really strong. Again, the hair sculpt I think is great. The color really looks good, very accurate to the character, and I'm just really blown away by this sculpt so far. I'll be honest, because with this figure getting 3 different sculpts, 3 different head sculpts, and each one being a unique version of the character, and getting this quality on the paint applications, we're going to look at it with the default sculpt there. You can kind of see how good this one looks. The one that comes on the figure, the default figure, looks good, but this second sculpt, this crying sculpt, is really strong. I think the sculpt work is great, and the paint applications are as well. So we're going to take a look at my favorite sculpt that we're going to look at today. This is the sculpt. It's going to be hard not to have this sculpt showing off, and I take back what I said. This is the strongest sculpt, okay? I tried to build up the anticipation. I tried to build up the drama. This is the best sculpt. You can kind of see this strand of hair here that you can kind of play with a little bit, and you can just see how good this paint application and sculpt work is. The scarring on the face, kind of getting underneath the skin to see that cyborg that's inside. The paint applications on the hair, once again, really strong. I love how it's kind of peeled back from the head. It kind of, you know, it's like M3gan's there, but it's also showing you, you know, it's kind of like the Terminator in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's not just a friend. It's not just a human. It's something else. It's a cyborg. It's an AI. So I just love how NECA was able to kind of get this shown across on this sculpt. I just love it. I think they have really knocked it out of the park with this sculpt. The running of the mascara, the eyes, everything. And here's the other sculpt you get. And if you've seen the movie, you kind of know where this comes from. But this is what M3gan is. This is, at the end of the day, the M3gan, the truest M3gan sculpt, if you really think about it. And I love how they present it like this with nothing on it that you can use, but there's also some cool little accessories we're about to take a look at that you can actually clip into place to bring to life a whole new version of the character. And I just really think this is strong. And here it is. Here's one of the eye plates that you can switch out. Again, you get this one and then one more that we're going to take a look at, and then we're going to try to clip it into place to kind of show you the whole thing. But if you really think about it, you get 3 interchangeable sculpts and you get these 2 eyepieces. So in a way, you have like 5 different options to present this character in. And I think that is such a great value proposition from NECA. Again, $34.99 at retail. And you get this many options with this figure. I'm for one impressed with that. I really enjoy that. I love the fact that we're going to be able to have multiple versions of the character. It really gives you a reason to kind of go back and revisit your shelf and change out different ways to show off different scenes of the movie. And again, if you're a fan of the movie like I am, this is just really fun to kind of just play around with this figure and kind of this, and again, how easy it is to just clip these eye plates into this sculpt right here. And we're going to take a look at this. We saw this at the beginning. We're going to take a look at it as well and find out how we got there. But right now we're going to take a look at these hand sculpts. And again, the paint applications on these hands are really good. They look synthetic. They look the way they're supposed to look. The paint applications are pretty good on these. And again, man, for this scale, to get across these different sculpts, again, you got different ones that's going to hold the nail gun, one that's going to hold the hammer and things like that, and the paper cutter, and then you got some default hands. And we're going to take a look at the nail gun right here, and the paint applications on this are very good. You can kind of see it or for yourself, really. I mean, you don't have to have me tell you, but I just love the paint applications on this. Really, really solid accessory here. We have the screwdriver here. Again, for this scale, for this sculpt work, for this paint work, really impressed with what I'm seeing. You're not seeing a ton of bleed over with the paint onto the other parts of the screwdriver and on the other parts of the accessories, and you see it here with the hammer. Again, really good paint work here, really good. And again, these are light, of course, because they're plastic and it's a smaller scale figure, but they feel good. They feel substantial. They actually feel like something that's like part of the scene and not just a throw-in accessory. Every accessory serves some type of purpose with this figure and creates a whole new scene for it, which I'm really impressed with. And you kind of see the different paint applications here on this hammer. I was just really impressed with this hammer, so I wanted to show it off a little bit more because, again, this is one that I think is one that you can kind of look at and constantly be going back and forth with between this one, though, because this is the highlight. This is the one that I think all of us are going to be displaying with our figure. This is the paper cutter. We're going to kind of get it right here. Yeah, we're going to get this zoomed in and also looking good. The thing that I love about this paper cutter is it's such an iconic scene in the movie. And they give us this and it looks great. And it's going to look great with Megan. And we're going to take a look at that with her in a minute. But then you get this one. You get the blood splattered one. And the paint applications on this are just really, really good, you guys. I mean, I hope it's coming across on the camera, but I'm just really impressed with what NECA has done with these accessories. Again, the paint applications are strong. The number of accessories are strong. Get these 2 accessories, and I'm just really impressed with this figure and the whole package that it comes with. And we're back. I bet you're wondering how we got here, and it's because we're towards the end of our review, but don't leave just yet because I'm going to give you my final score and final thoughts on the NECA Ultimate Megan figure. Overall, I think the value proposition is great. For $34.99, you get 3 interchangeable head sculpts. You get great paint applications. You get an iconic horror character and just something that I think is going to be great in any horror collection, any horror shelf for your NECA horror collection. The only issues I had with it, and you have it with a lot of NECA figures, is it is tough to stand on its own. Plus, the whole outfit is that rubbery plastic. But again, there's other versions of the character where you can get the cloth version. So I don't want to take off too much of the score of that either. For everything you get with this figure, for how it looks, the paint applications, everything, I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10. And I think it's one of the stronger NECA releases of the year. I just love this figure. I think it's amazing. And I cannot wait to add it to my NECA horror collection. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know if you're picking this one up. Here it is. I want to give a final image of it while we give our final thoughts. Let me know what you think. Again, I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. I really think this is a super strong outing for NECA. I think they knocked it out of the park with this Ultimate Megan. And I want to know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button on your way out and consider subscribing if you like this type of content. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.